YouTube, welcome back to Common Sense, Logic, and Reason, and as always, thank y'all for joining me this day. Today I want to talk about this whole issue that's basically have gone viral all throughout media, and that's this idea of children being separated from their parents at the border. Now it's a hard target issue, no doubt about it, and anytime you involve children involved in something, it will be. But all the same, we still have to approach this issue from the standpoint of common sense, logic, and reason, and not emotion. We cannot let ourselves be ruled by mindless emotion for this issue. Now, ultimately, it's all about illegal immigration. And the reason why these parents and children are in this situation is because they broke the law and came in this country illegally, and they got caught. Had they not come to this country illegally, well, they wouldn't be separated from their children, at least not from the standpoint of America. They wouldn't be separated from their children had they not committed the illegal act of entering this country without permission, and that's a crime. It's just as much as a crime as shoplifting. And the thing that really gets me is the hypocrisy of the left. And I always talk about how the left are a bunch of hypocrites and how they pick and choose what they want, the information that they want to talk about. One other thing I always talk about the left is they always lose their mind over the what. They just get caught up in this, fixated on the what. They completely ignore the how or why. In this case, the what being the separation of the children from their parents. The how or why being, well, how will we get there from the beginning? Again, because of illegal immigration. If the immigrants do not come here illegally, none of this would be the case. So we still have to address it as a crime that it is. It's a crime. And the thing is that, and I've heard many people have said this because it's common sense, that we do this every day in America. I mean, every day in America, and in America today, we have many of legal citizens that are incarcerated right now and separated from their children because they did something illegal. If by this same logic, we should empty all the prisons of all inmates that have children because they're being separated from their children. If I go out and I rob a bank and I get caught, well, I'm going to be separated from my children. I'm going to be put in jail. I'm going to be charged. I mean, if I'm found guilty, I'll be charged and put in jail for committing a criminal act. And I knew this, that it could possibility that I could be separated from my children if I committed that act. So why then would I go out and rob a bank knowing this? I mean, I have to accept personal responsibility for my actions. I'm the one that went out and made a choice to go out and rob this bank knowing that if I get caught, I can be in prison and separated from my children. Again, the same thing with the illegal aliens, because ultimately the personal responsibility has to be placed on these people who come in here illegally. If they don't come here illegally, then we wouldn't be having this issue. Which again falls back to border control. These same liberal leftists who are crying about how this is inhumane, right? And this is quote unquote unjust. These same liberal leftists refuse to guard our border. And they also have no problem whatsoever with basically incentivizing people to come here and cross our border by giving them free shit. I mean, if you offer people free shit stuff, you don't think they're going to come get it? You don't think they're going to cross the border to come here and get free access to the free shit that we handed out? Of course they will. And they bring their children across the border as anchors to have access to that free stuff. Even including women who come here pregnant, knowing that they can have their child in this country and their child is going to be a legal citizen, and they get anchor baby, call it what you want, but that's the truth, knowing that they're going to have access to free stuff. And we wonder why people are trying to cross the border illegally. And don't get me wrong now, As far as trying to find something better for their children, I can't blame people from trying to sneak in this country and to get the free shit. I mean, would I do the same? I can imagine any parent would do the same. But we as a country allow this because liberals refuse to guard our borders. And I don't think there should be any amnesty because we've had that situation of, well, just give us amnesty and we'll build a wall, and Republicans give the amnesty and the wall and the border defense never happened. So we have to defend our border. We defend our porous border. We won't have this issue of people coming here. Again, we have to deal with problems from the top. We can't be dealing with symptoms. We have to deal with the problem. Anyway, that's my whole view on this children being separated from their parents. Because the personal responsibility has to be placed on these illegal aliens, not undocumented citizens, illegal aliens for coming into this country illegally, knowing that this can possibly happen. Anyway, y'all, and as always, until next time.